Good morning, everyone. Myself, Kinnari Parthiv Bhumia, and my ID is U1937152. It is my pleasure and privilege to present my poster presentation, Women Entrepreneurship in India and What Are Their Challenges? A study on how women entrepreneurs are making business boom. First of all, I would like you to draw attention on how this topic came into my mind. When I started my dissertation, I just delivered a baby and I faced many challenges while studying during my pregnancy. It led me to a thought that if I am facing these many challenges to study, then what about the women who are entrepreneurs? So, in this way, I decided to carry out my research on this topic. Now, coming on to the next topic, let us speak about entrepreneurship. It is the act of establishing a new business venture or stimulating a current business to exploit new opportunities. From the time of its inception, it has been male-dominated phenomenon, but the snowballing participation of women in the commercial world has encouraged them to emerge as a successful and inspirational entrepreneurs. After receiving full support from Indian government, entrepreneurial activities undertaken by women has not only attracted a growing number of women to partake in entrepreneurial activities, but also has accelerated the speed of economic development. The three main primary objectives of my research are recognizing significance of women entrepreneurial activities in Indian economy, identifying challenges which women entrepreneurs are facing. In order to carry out the research, I have chosen interpretive approach as it takes into account the different successful examples of women entrepreneurs and the problem faced by them in their careers and their contribution to the society. For my research, I have chosen the following literatures. In comparison to males, women as entrepreneurs are more interesting as they possess the capability to offer wide-ranging knowledge and innovative services. In general, the female-led enterprises are small in size with loose and informal structure built using small capital and no or very little education. Commercialization and rejuvenation of the economy have eliminated former venues of employment to women in industries and agriculture, enabling them to find novel way of earning for their families. Consequently, the women have emerged as a potential entrepreneurs. Economies have realized that due to the existing male chauvinism, they are wasting more than half of underutilized human potential, who, if put to use, can generate fruitful result for the nation as a whole. Hariharan Putriyan studied the concept of women entrepreneurship and their hardship in India and found that the main reason for so slow progress of women entrepreneurs in India is attributed to lack of support from the government. The women in India are less motivated to start their business units due to unwanted fear and lack of motivation. From the literature and the case study of successful women entrepreneurs of India, I found that the following are the common challenges which they are being faced in order to carry out their businesses. First, cultural constraints, family responsibilities, lack of capital, lack of information, social networking, low level risk taking, limited access to formal education and training programs. I have studied few entrepreneur cases to understand how they overcome the challenges and become successful businesswomen. My first case study is Indra Nooyi, CEO Pepsi Company. She has been graded fourth position in study of 100 most influential women in the world conducted by Forbes. She started her career in Boston Consulting Group and later worked with several other companies, but her turning point was when she worked with Pepsi. Her initiative within the company were directed to improve the nutritional components of the products manufactured by Pepsi and make Pepsi an environmentally sustainable company. As she was from Indian society, she was pressurized to be married, but she did not bother and carried on with the pressure, and this way Indira proved to be on par with their men counterparts, especially in a country like India, where women are less motivated to follow their dreams and fear to be a part of business to fulfill her inner urge of creativity and prove their competencies. My second case study is Chanda Kapoor, Executive Director, ICICI Bank. Chanda Kapoor was born and brought up in Rajasthan. and she completed her studies from St. Angela Sophia School, Jaipur, after which she shifted to Mumbai for further studies. Later, she joined ICICI Bank and the bank soon won award for Best Retail Bank in India under the leadership of Chanda Kapoor. Due to her consistent effort, she was able to occupy a renowned figure in the Fortune list of most powerful women in business. In 2009, she was ranked at 20th position in the Forbes ranking the world's 100 most powerful women. There was so much of competition and challenges she faced during her working, but she moved on without any fear, and India's second largest bank was headed and controlled by her. My third case study is Sanaz Hussain, chairman and managing director of Sanaz Hussain Group in India. Sanaz Hussain belonged to a Muslim family from Delhi. She completed her education from an Iris convent school and started her concept of herbal cosmetics in India, and sooner was able to spread its operation into more than 138 countries across the world. She brought a big revolution to Indian beauty products and was often called Queen of Beauty Care. However, her journey was not as fascinating as the outcomes were, and she faced numerous societal obstacles in her career. Belonging to traditional Muslim family, she was married at very young age and within a span of year became mother of a child. While undergoing training in London, she faced several instances of damage caused by chemical treatments, and there she to decided to have a safer alternative for the users. This, coupled with her former education in Ayurveda, pushed her to start a salon back in home country in New Delhi. In her salon, she preferred using her own new formulas of treatment and hairstyling and other beauty products. This was the time when the Western nation bent their inclination towards the herbal products, and finally Hussain established her beauty care brand in India. This, coupled with the technology and innovation, helped her change the image of beauty products, and soon she became the face of beauty care products. Even after the death of her husband and son, she never stopped trying and became one of the most famous women entrepreneurs. She truly presented herself as a woman with a strong image and utilized all the available resources and technical know how to shape her ideas into products for use by the public. All these women has shown their uniqueness and struggle during their journey and finally standing out to be a successful business entrepreneurs. From my research, I have come to a conclusion that women have the potential to set up, hold, and supervise their own enterprise in systemic manner than their counterpart males. They just lack the support from the society, especially the family members, which is vital for scaling up their businesses to new heights. The enterprise started by the women can be promoted as significant contributors of the national economy if they receive right kind of support from the family, government, as well as the society, and have the potential to contribute to economic progress of the nation as a whole. I would like you to focus on few points that can motivate more number of female entrepreneurs. First is government should organize several motivational campaigns to encourage women to come forward and implement their business ideas. Moreover, the government should spread awareness about the support and assistance they can offer to women. Secondly, the government can help women entrepreneurs in arranging for required resources and tapping into the markets to address their problems relating to procurement of raw materials and reduce their dependency on the male section of the society. The potential women entrepreneurs must carefully study the market before starting any business. They should try and connect with the market to identify the potential need of the customer or any specific trend which they foresee is likely to emerge so that they can come up with probable solution for the same. Here, women will get an opportunity to enjoy first mover advantage and will able to acquire a significant market share if properly executed. Thank you.